We're live.
Hey, ladies.
Whoop, whoop. Hello. I hope you are all having a fantastic December. We're closing in on the end of the year already. Can you believe that?
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're there, though. We're ready. I'm heading into 2023, full blast, full steam ahead.
Yeah.
How about you, Latara?
Oh, yeah. I'm already got stuff lined up for January.
I'm already in 2023. About 2023. I'm already in 2023.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
So I'm just checking to see if we're actually in the group right now.
We should be. It says we're live.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just take Zoom's word for it.
Yes.
Okay, so I am here today with the one and only, the legendary best-selling author extraordinaire, international best-selling author. Sorry.
Number
Didn't
one.
mean to shortchange you there.
Number one international.
Number one.
17 times. Come on, let's get it right.
17 times. Okay, people, get this. 17-time international
number
best-selling
18
author.
It'll be 19 by the end of January. By the end of January, it'll be 19, by the way. I'm so excited about that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, so cool. This is exciting. So Lynda, with all of her experience and talent and expertise, she is going to share with you today how you too can become an author. And if you work with her personally, I know she can get you to best-selling author. Just throwing that out there. And she's going to share with you why it's such a great idea to become an author and how you can use that in your business.
So, and in particular, we're going to be talking about the 10 ways that you can monetize your book. Because, why are you writing the book in the first place? Are you writing it to get your story out there? Awesome. But let's talk about the money, okay? Now, I'm not a money person. I'm not into money. It's not my thing. I'm not driven by money at all. I'm very passionate about helping people, about getting them to move forward in their lives and getting them to, really experience that joy and that passion that they have. And, money is part of it. It is something that makes the world go around. It really is. It's something that we need if we want to experience life to its fullest, unfortunately. I remember it was several years ago, Latara, I would be like, I used to say, I don't need to make any money. If I can just help people, I would just volunteer all day long. And that's really how I am. But then it hit me. I would be broke and I would be homeless. So that's not the way I want to live. And so realizing that I had to, really shift my money mindset into a space of that, the money it's not like, that's not what's driving me, but it's a byproduct of the work we do. And also it enables us to live a better life. So this talking about how to monetize your book, 10 ways, this is just 10 ways. We're not going to be talking about all the other ways that you can do that, but we're going to be talking about the 10 ways. So before we get started, Latara, do you have anything you want me to cover in particular, before we hop into it?
No, I'm excited to hear what you have to say. And why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Let's go. Well, what's funny? I was attending a webinar yesterday. And what I loved about, I'm just going to share this as a fun tip, and I'm going to start incorporating it into my slides. So I haven't done it today because I just saw it today. Okay, so give me a break. But what she did is she frequently had these little GIFs playing, or GIFs, however people say it. And you just had them playing every once in a while on a slide, like maybe every 3 or 4 slides, there was some GIF of something. And it was cool because it really broke it up. It broke up the PowerPoint. So I'm just sharing that as a tip for those of you who do webinars, who have PowerPoints that you put together, is you maybe try something like that. Even if you just do one, which I could have done one, I just didn't think about it till just now. But even if you just include one like that, it'll help to break up the slides for everybody. So with that said, our slides are going to be boring, just regular old everyday slides, and nothing spectacular about them. But they are slides. I put them together to help keep me on track, really. And I see my time. I know I'm going to be very aware of our time here today. We only have a half hour to go through all of this. So I'm going to blast through these 10 ways to monetize your book really, really fast. What I'm sharing here on this screen, I'm super excited about. The book I read, the book on the, I'm not sure if it's your right. It's my right, but it might be your left. I'm not sure. Latara, is it on your left or is it on your right? Just so I know where I am.
It's on my left.
On your left. Okay.
Now that I'm pointing that way, it's going the wrong way. So who knows? We'll figure it out.
Okay, so on your left
Somewhere
is the
around
book
here.
I read. It is a #1 international best-selling book, and Latara is in this book, and she became a #1 best-selling author as well through this process of working with us at Action Takers Publishing. And then we're showing here is, Women with Healing Gifts. This is one of our books that will be launching early in 2023. I'm thinking that one's launching February or March. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then we have on the far right-hand side, we have Wickedly Smart Women. This book is launching on January 11th. And we already know, because of the plan that we have, the way we have set everything up, like I know without a doubt that it's going to hit #1 international, and it'll be fast because our books so far have been, the longest one took was 12 hours to hit #1 international, and the shortest was 2 hours. So super excited about that one. And then the following week, we're launching this one, Embrace Courage, the same thing. I know we're going to hit #1 international in that book as well. And Embrace Courage is launching the following week on January 17th. So we got 2 books launching 6 days apart. Super duper duper excited. And I will be in hyper mode those 6 days for sure, because I just love this whole process of getting people's stories out there into the world. Okay, so one of the ways that you can monetize your book is by hosting a book signing event. Now, one of our authors, she was like, I'm just going to go to my local bookstore. It wasn't a Barnes and Noble or anything like that. It was just like a local, bookstore that they have coffee that they serve there and stuff. I'm going to go to them. I'm going to ask them if I can host a book signing event. And they said yes. So she hosted her book signing event. She made a couple $100 that day. And it wasn't like she was going to make thousands or anything, but she made a couple $100. It was a way to make back some of the money from her book. Plus, she was able to connect with all those people who bought her book. She was there live. She did an autograph. She autographed all the books. She charged $25 for the book, and she paid somewhere around $6 or $7 for each book. That's like the printing and the publishing aspect of it, as well as the shipping cost that she paid. So she was able to net a profit of about, $19 per book. So that's pretty awesome, right? That's one way that you can monetize your book. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to talk about each one of these things. We're going to throw it over to Latara. She's going to either let me know if she has anything she wants to comment on it, or if she's going to have me go to the next slide, just so you all know what we're doing here. Okay. So Latara, over to you.
Well, I don't have anything to say about this topic, but I do have something to say about this book title. This is the book that I wrote a chapter in, and this is where I got my first taste of being a best-selling author. And that's why I was inspired to invite Lynda here today to share with you how exciting it is and how much of a game changer it is in your business, in the way clients perceive you. So yeah, it really gives you a lot of clout, a lot of authority. So yeah, that was all I wanted to say about this. And go ahead to number 2.
Number 2, and she's so right, because it does add that credibility. As she mentioned, I am a 17 times #1 international award-winning author. And like when you add all those different accolades, you can be an author, a published author, a best-selling author, a #1 best-selling author, a #1 international best-selling author, a #1 award-winning author. Like all these different accolades you add on to it, it just adds to your credibility. It shows that you're a person who sticks to it. You're a person who decided to write a book and actually wrote it and actually published it. And then you did the work, the marketing to hit it to that, bestseller status, to that #1. There's a lot of work that goes in it. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot of work, but we got it down. This is why we're able to hit those every single time, because we know what we're doing. We have a system in place that we use, and we tap into that system for every single book. So it's been a blast. I absolutely love what we do. We published 8 books last year. And prior to that, I had done 3 books. And we have already slated for 2023. You already have clients signed up and everything, 15 books already between now and June. So super excited about what 2023 holds and all the stories we're going to be able to share, and then the impact that those stories are making. So the number 2 way that you can generate revenue, from your book, monetize that book, is to start a podcast or be on somebody else's podcast. Now I'm going to tell you that actually being on other people's podcasts might be the best way to go, but having your own podcast also gives you an opportunity to connect with other people. Now, how are you going to monetize your book? By being on a podcast or starting a podcast. I'll share with you that if you have your own podcast, one thing that's really cool, depending on what type of business you have, what I recommend doing is making sure your podcast lines up with your message and what the people that you serve in your business. Why? Because you can interview them on your podcast. And then at the end of the interview, you talk to them about what you do. You already got to hear about them because you heard their message, their story. But at the end of the interview, you have an opportunity to talk to them about what you do and then invite them to work with you. That's a great way to monetize your book because you're using the book as leverage. You want the book to be titled around the type of business that you have. So that way, again, you're going to attract those people to you that would be able to work with that, whatever it is that your business is. And same thing with being on a podcast. One way you can use your book to monetize being on a podcast is that you can make your book available for free. This is what I tell people. Make your book available for free, a free download on your website, on a landing page where you capture their email address and you capture their name, and you have an opportunity to send them email follow-ups, marketing, potentially getting on a call with them, and then working with you. Latara, over to you. What do you got? Any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think that is a brilliant strategy because I think that a lot of people, when they go into the, oh, I want to write a book and I want to publish it on Amazon. I think that a lot of people have this misconception that most of their money that they're going to generate from it is going to be from the book sales. But I think that that's probably the lowest thing on this whole 10 ways to monetize that, if people are just trying to make the sale off of the book, they're really missing the boat. So I'm really glad that you're bringing this up.
That is for sure, because Amazon is one of the greatest companies, right? One of the richest companies in the world. Why? Because they got a lot of money, and they have a lot of money because they're keeping the vast majority of the sales. Okay, that's at least how it works with books. I don't know about products. I don't know how it works over there on products. But with books, you're only going to make anywhere from $2, maybe if you're lucky, maybe $4 off of the sale of one book. And so because of that, the monetizing of the actual book itself is going to be very slow growing, unless you're Stephen King or you're J.K. Rowling and you have the next Harry Potter series coming out, right? Because those people have built this huge, huge following. It's like a cult, right? Anytime a Harry Potter book comes out, the cult comes out and they're like, I got to get that Harry Potter book. I got to get on the list, just like with the iPhone, right? They're all the iPhone stuff. I'm an Android user, and I think Ella Tara is too. And, so we're a little bit different breed. But the point there is that, yes, you're not going to make the vast majority of the money on the book sales themselves, especially if you're selling them on Amazon. Now, as I mentioned earlier, for number one, if you're going to host a book signing and you are going to sell your books individually, you're going to buy them at cost. And then you're going to mark the price up for an autographed copy, not a signed copy, an autographed copy of your book. Okay. You want to say, would you like an autographed copy? Would you like me to autograph your book? I tell you, the first time I said that, Latara, I felt so weird, but I got used to it. I got used to it, just like anything in life, right? We get used to it. So are we ready to go to number 3?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, cool. Let's see. What is number 3? I can't remember. Oh, speaking gigs. Use your book, leverage your book to get on speaking gigs, opportunities to speak on stages. Maybe there's summits, in-person events, there's virtual events. There's different ways that you can have these speaking gigs, opportunities to speak in front of audiences. One of the things you can do is, if you're speaking at an in-person event, is you can ask the organizer, hey, can I have a book signing table? Just ask them. Can I have a book signing table? And you can, give your books away or sell them. You have to work this out with the organizer. But let's say you're going to give away your books, give it away in exchange for their name and their email address. You want to capture their name and email address. If they let you sell them, awesome. They might say, you know what? You can sell your books, but you got to give us a percentage. So let's say, again, let's say you bought the books for $5 for easy math. Let's say you bought them, they're $5 each, with the shipping and the printing costs, and then you sell them for $25, you're netting a profit of $20. And let's say the organizer says, you got to split it 50-50. You give them $10 from each, the $10 from each sale of the book. That's one way you can do that. I myself highly recommend, though, is you give away your book. Give this gift of your book. Again, remember, it only cost you $5, like in this scenario. that only cost you $5. So what you're doing is you're giving away a $5 gift to every single person who's interested in your book, but you're capturing their name and their email address, capture their phone number, capture their mailing address. A lot of people will give you their mailing address if you ask for it. So that's the tip on the speaking gigs, is to get yourself in front of an audience, because then now you are a best-selling author. You have your book in hand, and those organizers are looking for people who have that authority in the space that they are authors. So Latara, I'm talking fast.
Yes, I'm trying to catch up with everything here. So much information. I love it. One thing that I was speaking with this lady the other day, and she was talking about how she was trying to get on this TV show, and she was trying to be interviewed by this famous person. I forget who it was exactly, but she was trying to get on this TV show, and then she wrote a book. She became a best-selling author, and she sent the book, and then they brought her on like she got she jumped ahead in line of all these other people that were going to go on, because they got so excited about the fact that she was a best-selling author that she got the show, she got the gig. So just having that book is going to make people with stages take a look at you and say, wow, this person's really important. We need to bring them on right away.
That's right. You want to impress them with your book, right? Impress them with their book. I see we got 12 minutes left, so I'm going to blast.
Okay. All right. On to the next.
I'm going to blast through these last 7. Let's go.
Why don't you just run through it? Because I think I'm going to take too much time.
Okay, don't worry. We're going to go right through it. Okay.
All
so
right.
I'm going to talk a little faster. So don't worry, guys. You can watch the replay. Okay. Number 4 is to, oh, what happened? My cursor went the wrong way. Okay. Number 4 is to create and sell products. So if you think about your book, like what is it that your book is about? Now, this might not work for everybody. This doesn't work for me because I don't sell products. We sell services. So it doesn't work for us, but you have a product that you want to create and you want to be known as the authority in that space regarding that product. So let's say it was, let's say cell phones. I don't know. And you wrote a book and like how to create a cell phone. It's kind of a random topic, but how to create a cell phone. That was a topic of your book, and you have a new cell phone out there and how our cell phone is better than all the rest out there. So go ahead and beat that iPhone. I don't know that will happen, but you can go for it. But yeah, thinking about like if you sell a product already, utilize that book as a piece to leverage yourself as the authority in that space. So number 5 is to create and sell courses. Now you have a book. We do have, the book I read is a book of, these are stories of a book that each author read. This one has 50 authors in it. Each person shared a book that they read that transformed their life. It's not a book report, and it's not like a book. I can't remember the word right now, so I'm going to try to figure it out. But you guys probably are like, it's that word, Lynda. It's
like
that
Cliff
word.
Notes. Is it Cliff Notes?
No, review. Thank you.
Oh, review. There we go.
Yeah. So it's not a book report. It's not a book review. This is the story of how that book transformed your life. So you think about that. We could actually create a course around that book of the transformation, how reading these specific books have transformed each person's lives. And we're actually helping to market the other books that we read because, for me, it was Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles. I talk about that book and how that book has transformed my life. That's what this book is all about. It's an amazing book. You got to get it. Go get it. The book I read. So create and sell courses. We can create a course around that book. If you already have a course, guess what? You already have a book. If you already have a course, you already have a book. It's time to sit down and turn that course into a book, become a #1 international best-selling author. Let them work together. Leverage each of those to work together. Okay, so number 6 is to create a paid membership site. So let's use the example of one of our books we have coming up called Action Takers Who Get Shit Done. Now with that book, we could create a membership site, and that can be all centered around people who get together and implement, it's like an implementation station or a place that we're going to activate things. We're going to, become those action takers. Maybe, a lot of people who are procrastinators and they want to be surrounded by actionators, which is a word I created myself, by the way, and they want to become actionators so that they can get stuff done in their business or in their life, right? So you could create a paid membership site for that. It could be monthly. It could be, you could charge for the year or however you want to charge it, but you can create a paid membership site around your book. This is one of my favorites because you can just keep growing it and growing it and growing it. An unlimited number of people in your membership site. You charge $9 each, $17 each, $2,000 each, whatever. You're going to make that money every single month. Okay, so the next one, number 7, sell exclusive bonus materials. Like you might have extra chapters that you add later, and you can sell those. Your short stories related to your book, adding poetry to it. These are just like little pieces of little extra pieces that you can sell, sell them for $1 each, $5 each, something like that, where people are like, oh gosh, she's adding chapters, every month. Like, for example, I know a woman right now, what she's doing is she's writing 1 chapter a month. And as she writes the chapter, she does a blog about that specific chapter, is to get people excited about her book as it comes up. But she's getting them all excited about it, and they're paying $1 for her chapter. Well, gosh, if you sell 10,000 at $1, that's $10,000 right there. So I think there are different ways that you don't have to charge a lot of money to get results. You can charge a little bit and just keep dripping it out as it comes. So if you write poetry, you could do like one poem every month or something like that. Be the poem of the month club. Ooh, good one. I like that, Lynda. And you can do something like that to help people to get to know who you are, what you're all about. Again, that authority in your space. Number 8 is coaching, mentoring, or consulting. So, kind of like the courses that I mentioned, you can use this in the same sort of way. If you are a coach, if you are a mentor, if you are a consultant, using your book as that leverage, like, here's who I am. This is what I'm all about. This is what I do. And I can help you to get wherever it is that I can help you to get, whatever that is that you do. And so think about your book and using it as a piece of marketing materials, because that's really what your book is. It's a marketing material that you're using in order to get your message out there into more hands, to more eyeballs and more minds. So these people can see that you're the solution to their problem. You're the one that is going to help them get there, because you know why? You are the expert. You are the expert. So let's get you out there and start monetizing that book. Okay. And then number 9, you can offer workshops, summits, webinars. These are different ways that you can utilize that book as a piece to get yourself out there, and charge for those workshops, charge for those summits, and charge for those webinars, or at the end of the webinar you can sell them into another program, right? So there's different ways that you can leverage your book to get your message out there and to monetize your message, because again, remember, you're the expert. You're the expert. It's time for you to be seen that way, and a book is going to help you to get there. Now, number 10 is to start a paid mastermind / masterclass. I see I left the S off there. So I have it, it's like more like a French, it's like a masterclass. Okay. So that's what we have today, is the masterclass. And this is one of the things that we're going to be offering starting in January of 2023 to all of our authors. I don't know if I told you this, Latara, yet, but to all of our authors, past, present, and future, we're going to be offering a mastermind. It's going to be called the Authors Impact Mastermind. The Authors Impact Mastermind. It's going to be no additional charge to our clients. You have either gone through the books with us in collaboration books, and or the solo authors that have worked with us, but we're utilizing our books as a way to monetize and getting in front of as many people as possible. But what we're doing for our mastermind, though, is we're providing additional value to our already existing members. And you can do something like this as well, whether you're going to charge for it or you're going to not charge for it, but utilize your book as one way to get in front of as many people as possible. And what I wanted to offer you today is to hop on a call with me. Just if you're ready to write that book, or you are ready to write that book, you're ready to write. I've been wanting to write a book for a long time. My friends and family keep telling me to write a book. Well, let's hop on a call and let's talk about it. And I'm going to show you how you can make money and more impact with your book. Just go to actiontakersauthor.com. That's actiontakersauthor.com. Let's hop on a call and let's see how I can help you to figure out ways to monetize your book, your story, your message, so that you can make a greater impact on the planet, which is, I don't know about you, but that's why I'm here, is to make a greater impact. My name is Lynda Sunshine West. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And Latara, thanks so much for having me. I think we got 4 minutes left. I made it through it.
That was amazing. Wow. I can't believe how much you got through in such a short amount of time. I was just like, oh my gosh, wow. This is like crash course on fast forward.
It's like a crack course, right? It was a crash course on crack. Oh my gosh. I am not on crack, by the way. I don't do any drugs. This is who I am all the time. My husband's like, what is she doing? What is she doing there?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. You always make all of these so much fun. In fact, that's your tagline, isn't it? It's
fast, fun, and easy. We make publishing. It's not about me being fast, fun, and easy. It's so that we make publishing fast, fun, and
there we go.
Having a blast.
Yes, write your book and have a blast. And I think in addition to that, what sets you apart is that you really do care about the writer, your client. You want them to be successful. So it's not just about, oh, get your book published and then on to the next person. Like you said, with this mastermind, like that alone is worth the price of admission, because I can't even imagine if this is how much information you're offering in a 30-minute free online crash course. How much a year of masterminding is going to do for you and your business, and just the strategy behind monetizing the book, and you're going the extra mile for your clients to make sure that they are successful. So that's what I really love about you, your passion, your energy, and your wanting to give back to your clients.
Thank you so much. And that's really important to me, because that impact really is what drives me. It's the impact. The money is just part of that impact. The more impact we make, the more money we should make. It should go hand in hand, because I'm out there getting my message out there. I'm helping people and helping them to up-level themselves. And one thing I realize is that, because I mentioned earlier about, I could do nonprofit or volunteer work forever. Is the thing about that is when we do free work or we get things for free, we don't up-level ourselves as much. And one thing I noticed about myself is that when I pay more money, there's a saying, people who pay attention. People who pay more attention. So what does that mean? This means for our clients who are paying us, they're going to pay more attention when they pay more money. They're going to pay attention when they pay. Now, if they get it for free, they're going to take it for granted. They might not take advantage of it. Most people, the vast majority of people, when they get something for free, they're like, oh, I didn't pay anything for that, so I don't need to show up. Or I didn't pay anything for that, so I don't need to invest as much time and energy and effort into it. That's why it's important for us to get this mindset that, I do need to charge because it's for them. I'm charging for them so that they will transform their lives. When I worked with my life coach, I paid her a good heft of money. And I'm so glad I did, because I paid attention every single week. I was present, fully present and engaged, because I paid money for that.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people do have that, what's the word? Kind of like a polarization of, oh, I need to make money, but I don't, I can't make money at doing what I love. But honestly, if you can make money doing what you love, that means you're going to serve people that much more. Because I think you and I can both admit that we used to have desk jobs and, we were hidden from the world. So now that you're able to have this be your living, where you're helping other people publish their books, that means you could just create that much more impact.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was in the corporate world for 36 years. I had 49 jobs, so yes, I sat behind a lot of different desks and, I didn't make any impact. Yeah. And especially didn't impact my own life. So this is completely different when I'm able to really give back to people and helping them to get their message out there to make that impact. Again, we work mostly with people who are experts in their field, because we want to help them to get their message out there and into as many, hands as possible. Yeah. I just love this work, if you can't tell. Right. Tara, we don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah. On that note, thank you so much for watching. I put the link in the comments. Reach out to Lynda. This is a free session with her. You really need to take advantage of this, because this will blow you away. The information and the awesomeness that is Lynda.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
with me
here today. And everybody have a great day.
Bye. Go
Bye.
write your book. Go write your book.